Okay, you came across $1 million. Now what?
Let's talk about that.
Hi, I'm Ensign Janet McGregor.
I'm Ensign Sue Adams.
Lieutenant Ruth Yeager. And we're stationed in the South Pacific during World War II. Good mythical morning.
Good mythical morning.
Thanks for joining us today because you're special. You know how special you are?
Very.
About this special. It's a digital embrace happening today. Thanks for joining us. Before we get into the $1 million thing, right off the bat, we've got hot cakes of announcements. Rhett, do the honors.
What do you mean?
Hot cake. I don't know. I mean that we've got something that we need their help with, and you need to announce it.
We're bringing back Rhett and Link calls. That's when we make real calls for you. Now, that doesn't mean we call you to say, hey, or to call somebody, hey, they're a fan, so call them. This means you have something a message you need delivered, you're not comfortable with it, and you want us to do it on your behalf. You can watch our old video.
You don't know exactly how you want to say it, or
right.
That's what you mean by you're not comfortable with the message.
Right. You just want us to break the news to somebody about something, or watch the 2 episodes, well, the 1 episode of Rhett and Link calls that we made. We got a link to that in the description so you know what to do. Then we want you to submit that person's name and their number and what you want us to say in the call to casting@RhettandLink.com. And then we'll be in touch with you to work out the details.
Just to clarify, don't waste our time with sending emails to casting@RhettandLink.com that say, please call me or call my friend because he's a fan or she's a fan. These need to be messages that we can deliver on your behalf that you would find it entertaining that we would deliver on your behalf. Watch the video. At the end of this video, that's our Rhett and Link calls. It'll become more clear. Casting@RhettandLink.com. Okay. Recent news article, a 77-year-old man in the Bronx stole $1.6 million from his 85-year-old blind friend. It's just, it's sad.
Right. A really sweet story.
It's not right. It should not be done, but it was done. And then the guy took the $1.6 million and spent over $500,000 on just home shopping network stuff. Listen to this list.
Not a bad idea.
Watches.
Good.
Lots of watches on Home Shopping Network.
Well, you got to know what time it is.
Like my mom, Mom, you know this is true. She loves the Home Shopping Network, and she'll buy some watches on there.
You think I could get her to buy something right now?
She's probably buying some watches right now.
Sue, look at this shirt. Look how good it looks on me. It's got.
She's not going to buy anything from you.
Okay, well, I'm just trying to see.
But she might buy a watch for you. She bought Christy a watch for Christmas.
Well, I don't have one, Sue. Look at that. My birthday's coming up in October.
Watches, storage and display cases for watches, rings and other jewelry, MP3 players.
Got to listen to music.
DVDs.
Yep.
Lamps, vacuum cleaners.
Got to have light. Got to clean.
Throw blankets.
Got to have blankets.
Sheet sets.
Yep. Got to sleep.
Are you going to say something after everyone?
That was my plan.
I've got a lot of them.
Okay.
Candlesticks.
Gotta have light.
Filters, toolkits, bags, clocks, figurines, globes, coin collections, luggage, knife sets. Gotta have money. Glasses, pots and pans, cups and saucers.
Gotta cook.
Flameless candles.
Yep. Don't want to hurt yourself.
And one multicolor fog maker.
Yeah, gotta have multicolored fog.
If you're gonna have fog and you've got $1.6 million to blow,
conceal everything.
I wanted to have all types of colors in there. It's gonna look like a rock concert in this 77-year-old dude's apartment in the Bronx.
I like this guy.
So this got both of us thinking, all right, if we had that amount of money, let's not say we stole it from a legally blind friend of ours.
Yeah.
Let's just say we got it honest.
A little old blind lady.
We're not going to get it through entertainment, I don't think. But let's just say we came into, and let's make it a cool, even $1 million.
Okay.
I thought it would be good for us to discuss what we would do. So we've each thought of it, right? You've thought about what you'll do.
But you got to set the parameters, because in order to make this interesting, you can't spend it, you can't give it to anybody. No charitable acts, okay? Obviously, we encourage charity with money that you win or you make, but just to make this interesting, you can't give it away. You can't spend it on anyone else. It can't be like, well, I want to get my kids $1 million free house.
And this applies to you, because in the comments, you tell us what you would spend a cool meal on.
You got to spend it on yourself. You have to spend it on yourself, and just for entertainment, for enjoyment.
Oh, really? It has to be? Okay.
Yeah.
Mine still applies, because I have one in mind. You have yours. I don't know if it's one or if it's more.
I went wild.
Now, the first thing before you go through your wildness here is you can go through $1 million pretty quickly. I mean, this guy went through $500,000 just on the Home Shopping Network list that I gave you.
Right.
And Mom, I know that you could do the same.
Probably has.
And
over
that's
time.
That's one of the myriad reasons that I love you.
She's got to eat, Link.
You don't buy food on QVC, dude.
Oh. Okay.
Maybe you could.
Yeah, every once in a while they sell like a summer sausage or something.
Summer sausage, beef jerky. We were both thinking the same thing. We were both thinking
there's gotta be stuff you can ship.
Preserved
food
meat products.
You can ship. Summer sausage.
For $1 million, you can buy a Jaguar CX-75 supercar. That's one car. $1.1 million.
Gets you from A to B. You
could buy the first Superman comic sold by Comic Connect in February of 2010. That was for $1 million.
There's only one of them.
You can get an 800 square foot apartment in New York.
You got to live somewhere.
For $1 million. And it gives you just a view of downtown Manhattan.
Well, that's a beautiful view, though.
Yeah, that's pretty tough. Or you could get approximately 400,000 McRibs.
Whoa.
So I probably just took yours.
Well, I need to revise my list.
So you can blow through $1 million pretty quickly, Rhett. How are you going to do it?
Well, in no particular order, I'm going to get a hot tub. And now listen, I've always...
Okay. You mean in no particular order? You don't know how you're going to get it, but at some point you'll get a hot tub?
I'm saying one of the things I'm going to do, not necessarily the most important thing on the list. I've always wanted a hot tub. I'm a big man. I like warm water. But I don't mean one of those, like, you go to the state fair and there's a guy selling hot tubs, or like something you'd find on Craigslist. I mean, like, a nice hot tub. I mean, it's not above ground, in the ground, below ground. I mean, even with the ground. Not like it's not cheap, it's not plastic. I mean, we're going to get this custom made. It's going to be like porcelain on the inside, like a toilet.
This sounds like a $200,000 hot tub.
Well, it may be a $75,000 hot tub. That's what I planned.
So you got $900,000 left.
I am going to join exactly 31 blanks of the month club. You know how you can go to these websites.
Like razors.
Cheese, beer, cigars, jerky, soup, pickle, olive, peanut butter. I want every single day, I want something from a blank of the month club to be on my doorstep. I'm like, what is it today? Oh, it's peanut butter of the month day.
A razor and a pickle.
Yeah, every day. At least in February, I got 3 extra. Unless it's a leap year, because I'm doing 31, see? So
you really thought about this.
Oh, yeah, buddy. Every day. I want a golf cart with really big wheels.
I've seen those. They're pretty cool. I don't think the transmissions are built for wheels that big. They're going to break, so you're probably going to need to buy like one every year because the transmission.
I would upgrade the transmission. I got $1 million, man. Well,
you're dwindling already. All those dollar things.
I'm going to buy
$1 a month.
I'm going to buy as much Hawkman memorabilia as possible and create my own Hawkman museum. It's going to be in my house though, like a one room, because there's not a lot of stuff out there related to Hawkman.
You're going to have licensing issues with that. You're going to have to buy the license.
No, emissions free, man. I got $1 million. I don't need it. I'm going to build
You can't call it a museum. They're going to tax you out the wazoo. I'm okay. And you have to pay your financial advisor, which it sounds like is going to be me.
I've only got 2 more things. I am going to, I heard about some guy that did this. I'm going to build a tree house in a remote location on some national park land. Because I don't have enough money to pay for the
Kidding me. I can't believe that you are so close to one of mine. What?
Yep. See, this is how we think, man. This is like the monster trucking thing. Our life plans intersect, man. That's what makes us a good team.
All right, so say it again.
I'm going to build a tree house in a remote location on some national park land because I don't have enough money to pay for the land.
Gosh, I can't believe this. Okay, I have to stop you right here.
Hold on, but I still have.
I know you have one more.
$700,000.
We have to talk about this one right now. I don't know if I should be happy or if I should feel like you've stolen from me. I feel like you stole my idea. Listen, I knew that Rhett was going to come up with a lot of ideas, so I said, I'm going to take all my money and I'm going to put it into one thing. Okay. I'm not going to do like Rhett and I'm going to spread it on a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
A little bit in the hot tub.
Something every day.
Pickle of the month.
Jets and all this. You know, for me, I was going to get one thing with my $1 million. And the thing that I was going to do was I was going to buy a high altitude, remote, forested plot of land because you can get it really cheap. And I thought I might team up with like an Indian reservation or something.
Build a teepee?
And no. And I was going to build a forest ropes course. Like a high altitude in the trees ropes course.
Can I put my treehouse there?
I mean, that's what I was thinking, is that there'll be some tree houses, and I could charge admission, and then it'd be a moneymaker. It'd be like, have you heard of that place in like the most remote part of like high altitude Saskatchewan?
It's got to be for your personal entertainment, though. You can't make a business out of it.
So fine, I won't charge admission. I'll just get underprivileged youth to come to it. But my point is, it's a ropes course in the air,
idea.
and now we have $2 million to put towards it. Can you believe that we came up with almost the same thing?
Well, I set aside $700,000 for this big screen TV made by Porsche.
But dude, I mean, what does it mean that we both want to build something in trees?
It means we ought to. It means whether we get the money or not, we need to make plans right now. Now listen, my idea is to go into a national park where it's actually illegal to build, but you don't have to pay for the land. You just you can't be found out. That's where the treehouse came in. It's going to look like the rest of the
Tree-ish?
trees. It's going to have a little.
But I'm going to have lots of like roping going through stuff.
Rope's hard
People
to
are going to
see.
be like, zzz.
It's hard to see, though.
Say, here's the guy going. Have you noticed all the people going through the tree canopy in the national park?
Yeah.
It's too big of a risk.
Well,
I
we
mean,
can pay off. Save $50,000 and pay off the park ranger.
again, I think just American Indian reservation type thing is like the answer, because you know how they can legally have casinos and stuff, and you can just go wild. It doesn't even have to be safe.
They can legally have ropes courses. Is that what you're getting at?
They can have like crazy ones.
Well,
and work out some sort of financial
The last thing on my
thing.
list was the CC'd TV. It's that huge TV that comes
You want to
out
talk
of the
about this
ground.
TV, don't you?
And well, no, I'm just saying that was the thing. I was going to be in my hot tub with a pickle and a cigar and some cheese of the month or whatever, and with Hawkman, my memorabilia, and then I was going to be watching. And you could come over.
In a tree?
No, that's at the national park. That's where at your ropes course.
Only accessible by
What would you do with $1
in.
million if you had to spend it all on yourself for personal entertainment purposes? Because you know what? You may have that option someday.
You can do it. You have the might. You have the mind power to do
You gotta have a
this.
spreadsheet. I did this in Excel.
Thumb war.
1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war. Now listen,
Standoff.
I ruptured a disc today. This is not good for me.
Drop kick.
What?
1, 2, 3.
That's cheating, man.
Link for the win. Drop kick.